Nostalgia's huge in the modern day era, and this is no exception. Adidas and Nike were fighting it out with every kit, drop and athlete in their Teamgeist and T90 eras, and with the players and kits on hand, you'd argue that Teamgeist slightly edged it. Each country, each club and eventually each player had a boot that they could be proud of and customised to their exact spec of how they want their boot to be. 20 years ago, Adidas gave consumers the opportunity to customise their own football boots. The upper, the chassis and removable studs were all able to be swapped and amended for pitch conditions and player preference. You were in control. Fast forward to present time and we've seen how it would look if the original ideas returned but with a modern update. Knowing what we know now about technology and how boots operate on a scientific and performance-based level. So here we are, 20 years on as the F50 Tunit drops in the latest remake, paying tribute to the boot we saw back in 2006. It felt like the future was in the present, but sadly Adidas discontinued this range shortly after due to complications. Looking back in the era of stars that wore it, you had the likes of Robben, Ashley Cole, Shaun Wright-Phillips, Dribble Cisse, Jermaine Defoe, and of course the young star on everyone's lips, Lionel Messi, heading into his first World Cup. Walking into the World Cup without pressure or expectation, Messi was young, slight and already impossible to tackle. The boots on his feet, the F50 Tunit, kick-starting the next era of football. Nearly 20 years later, Messi moves through football as a defending world champion, his career already complete in every meaningful sense. As the game slowly begins to look ahead again and World Cup conversation starts to build, Adidas bring the F50 back into focus. Not as a prediction of what will be worn on the biggest stage, but as a reminder of where everything began. That is where the Adidas F50 Elite Tunit FG sits in the story. In terms of tech, it's no different to the F50 Elite that we see on the feet of Vert, Salah, Liao and Shirky. Taking a look at the boot itself, aside from the colourway, you can see subtle touches of the 06 era. The boot features the design of the previous Tunit with the Adidas 3D Microfiber print, which has now been designed on the Fiber Touch upper. On the outstep you see the Plus F50, which takes us back, and also the Teamgeist logo that sits on the top of the Velcro tongue. The boot features the Fiber Touch upper and the Sprint Frame 360 sole plate, which by the way is outrageous, and I think that's what makes this boot. 20 years ago, this boot was a collectible item, and if you're wanting to go full circle, there's no doubt you'll be adding this one to the collection too. And if you're not a collector, you still want these on your feet, be the talk of the dressing room, just make sure you ain't dropping a clanger because you are going to get some pelters. But that's it, 20 years on and the Tunit has returned. It's going to be worn by the likes of Hugo, Ekitiké, Rafael Leao and Nick Voltemada. So if you want to look like the pros in your pair, head over to prodirectsoccer now.